You're listening to Into the Disappearing, where we explore the stories of people who vanished and the trails they left behind. I'm Marin Blake. Today's episode is about Elena James, a 26-year-old graduate student who, on a quiet Monday afternoon, stepped out of her apartment and vanished without a trace. There was no sign of a struggle, no clear suspect, and only one item ever recovered. The case has baffled investigators for more than 6 years and remains open to this day. This is episode 12, Gone on Grayson Road. Elena lived in a small one-bedroom apartment in a college town just outside Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. She was in her final year at a state university, working on a thesis in art restoration, focused on pigment degradation in 18th century oil paintings. Her friends described her as grounded, introverted, but funny in a dry, observant way. Always a little overprepared. Here's her roommate at the time, Natalie Howe, remembering that final weekend.
She was exhausted. She'd barely slept the week before. Friday, she turned in her final portfolio. And then Saturday, we celebrated a little. Cheap wine and junk food kind of night. Sunday, she barely left her bed except to microwave leftovers. She said she just needed one good walk and she'd feel like a person again.
Monday, March 11th, 2019. Elena had texted Natalie that morning at 9:07 a.m. Portfolios turned in, professors are off my back, going to walk the road before the weather gets worse. According to Natalie, this wasn't unusual. Grayson Road was a quiet, 2-lane stretch just outside town, lined with woods and sparse farmland. It's the kind of road people jog or walk for solitude. No businesses, no sidewalks, but locals use it to decompress, to be alone. Elena left her apartment at approximately 3:10 p.m., wearing gray leggings, a pale blue windbreaker, and white headphones. She didn't bring her purse, only her phone and house key in her jacket pocket. A neighbor saw her heading down Willow Street toward Grayson, walking at a steady pace, looking straight ahead. Not texting, just walking. That was the last confirmed sighting. Her phone pinged one last time at 3:42 p.m. near a cell tower 3 miles east, exactly along the path Grayson Road takes into the forest. Then her signal went dark. No texts, no calls, no app data, no outgoing anything. At 6:09 p.m., Natalie texted Elena, "Are you alive or did you get adopted by deer?" No reply. By 8 o'clock, Natalie had called twice. By 9:30, she drove the length of Grayson Road herself. She saw nothing. No police, no ambulances, no signs of a struggle. Just an empty road disappearing into the woods. By 11:15, she reported Elena missing.
Reporting party says roommate left for walk around 3 p.m. hasn't returned. Last seen near Grayson Road.
The next day, search teams were deployed. Drones, K-9 units, local volunteers. Helicopters scanned the area. Police canvassed the sparse rural homes near the wooded stretch. They checked ditches, wells, culverts, creeks, abandoned barns. They found nothing. Until 3 days later, on the shoulder of Grayson Road, just under a drainage culvert, searchers found a cracked phone case, pale pink, muddy with specks of what might have been paint still visible inside the ridges. No phone, no footprints, no blood. Just a single silent clue. Elena's disappearance became a local obsession. For months, speculation dominated online forums and community boards. Rumors swirled. Had she run away? Was she meeting someone? Had she fallen down one of the sinkholes the area was infamous for? Then there was the sighting, sort of. A trail cam belonging to a hunter picked up a blurry figure at 3:46 p.m. on March 11th. It was dusk. The image quality was poor, but the shape, slim, hooded, facing away. No one has confirmed whether it was Elena, but the timestamp was exactly 4 minutes after her phone last connected to the network. Still, it didn't lead to anything. No suspects, no further sightings. just a growing silence. Now, 6 years later, the case remains open. Her parents still post updates on a Facebook page. Her sister Rachel has her photo on every missing persons database she can find. And every March 11th, the family organizes a walk down Grayson Road in her memory. Here's Rachel again.
I can't move on. I don't think I ever will. It's not knowing that's the hardest. I've made peace with the idea she's gone. But how she went, that's the part that keeps you up at night.
So, what happened to Elena James? A walk on a rural road. A perfect afternoon. No enemies, no warning, no goodbye. One moment, she was here. The next, just gone. The case file is still active. Leads are still checked. But time keeps stretching. And with each year, her name slips further from headlines and deeper into memory. But for those who loved her and those of us who heard her story, that silence still echoes. And Grayson Road remains. If you have any information about the disappearance of Elena James, call the Monroe County Sheriff's Department at 1-800-741-2737. Even one voice can reopen a door. Next time on Into the Disappearing, we head to coastal Oregon, where a fisherman's sudden vanishing led to the discovery of something chilling beneath the waves. Until then, I'm Marin Blake. Thank you for listening. And remember, not every trail is cold. Some are just waiting.
When the night gets bright and the stars align, we stir up dreams in cosmic time. A little stardust, a little tune, you're mixing it with the